Every day it's the same thing. I'm gonna end up dead. I'm gonna end up in jail again. When your life-changing thing happens, you need to take advantage of that, and that's your time to change.
Welcome to Book BFFs, the show that celebrates wonderful people and the books they're inspired by. I'm your host, Jenny Valdez, and today we are here with Lil Piru, and we're discussing Atomic Habits by James Clear. What's up?
What's up? I'm good.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yo.
So I know you do a lot of music. I know you're super passionate about your songs. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm a rapper. I'm from New York originally. I'm in Miami now, so I'm here like all the time. But yeah, I'm like an Instagram influencer now, but rapping is what I do. That's like my job. That's my main thing. And I appreciate you having me on this book. This book I like a lot. It relates a lot to me and my life. And so I hope today I can get a chance to people to learn more about me and stuff like that. And yeah, see what happens.
Yeah. What made you choose this book, Atomic Habits?
I'm the type of person where I found out like the things you do and how you live your life and the people you surround yourself with and everything is like that is like a big basis on how your life is gonna be. So, I like this because it's like if you change like the people you hang around with, or you change your lifestyle, anything can happen in your life. Like I used to have a lot of bad habits, like smoking, drinking, hang around with the wrong people. But if you could find a way to like detach yourself from the things that are bad in your life, anything can happen. So there's a lot of good tips in here that if you read that and you actually take it seriously, then like your life could change dramatically.
What's a bad habit that you had in your life that you changed to a good habit?
I mean, I had a lot of bad habits. Like I used to smoke a lot. I don't smoke or drink anything now. I know I look like I do, but I don't do anything like that no more. I'm like really focused on my career and stuff like that. But I say mainly the people you surround yourself with. I was surrounded by a lot of like bad people and negative environment. So the biggest change I did was I moved from where I'm from, and I left my family, my friends, everything, and I went to a whole nother state, whole nother city to try to like achieve a dream. So I'm from New York, but when I got a name for myself, it was in Los Angeles. So really, if you're trying to achieve a dream or you're trying to do something and it's not working, you need to be able to do whatever it takes.
So shifting your environment was how you were able to change that habit.
Yeah. My circle, the people I was around, and my environment.
And how did you get into music?
Music has always been like my outlet to like speak my mind, and like it's kind of like a therapy for me. So music was always in my life since I was young. I remember when I was like 16, I would come home from school, everybody was playing sports and stuff like that. I would just put on MTV and BET and just watch music videos and stuff. It was always like what I was like thinking, So yeah, music's always been in my life since I can remember.
You said that your life has changed. Was it a various course of small steps, or was it like this one big event that happened that caused your life to change?
No, it everything happened slowly, like poco a poco. It was like little by little. In the book, it says, the author says you should change, if you could change 1% each day over the course of a long time, that you're more likely to be successful than trying to just break a bad habit. Like if you smoke vape or cigarettes or stuff like that, it's impossible just to stop one day to the other. But if you try to make little changes, if you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to stop smoking or drinking, whatever, you have to do it little by little, set like realistic goals, and then that's how you're gonna make it happen.
Right, and I love that you brought that up, because the author does say it's about getting 1% better every day.
Yeah.
And he tells a story of a pilot.
Yeah.
That if a pilot is flying from LA to New York, right, and just takes 3.5 degrees south, he or she ends up in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Changing the complete course of the destination. So that's the same thing in our lives, right? Like if we take that 1% better, if we take that 1.5 degree change, we can literally change the course of our
Yeah,
life.
it's true. And people, sometimes people like think that certain things are impossible, but it's like if you just take it little by little, just like step by step, like you may not think it's happening now, but next thing you know, years later, it could be totally different.
Right. How were you able to find the positivity in your story?
I kind of I always believed in myself, even though it was difficult to see like the future. I wish I had more, um, like support from people around me and everything. But I don't know. I always felt like just like I had something like bigger for my life. I know a lot of people say that, but it's like if I didn't feel like that, I wouldn't be where I am now. So yeah, I always just felt like if I just kept sticking true to what I believed in, then maybe down the line, it would become reality. So, but yeah, I feel like you need to just like if you believe in something, you need to stick to it. But it's not easy.
Is there a practice that you do daily or weekly to help you stay on this mindset?
I go to the gym a lot. I feel like that keeps me like in a good headspace. I try to work out, stay in shape, eat healthy. Um, but other than that, I'm really focused on trying to like go up in life and keep working on my goals and working on my music and stuff like that. Cause now I feel like I have a good following and audience that's like waiting. So I don't want to let them down. I don't want to let myself down. Yeah,
How do you deal with people's judgment of you when they first see you and they're like,
yeah. No, I don't. It's always the same uncomfortableness every time.
wow.
Um, I mean, some people love me, some people hate me. Uh, but I mean, it's just like what comes with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that it's a character or would you say it's who you are?
This is definitely who I am. I mean, this is not ever going away. I am who I am.
Yeah.
But the I never wanted to look like this. Like I was doing this out of like pain. Like I was in such a bad place in my life where I lost everything that it was like I just keep doing drugs or like keep getting tattoos. It's like I had nothing. I had no money. I lost all my friends. I got locked up for a while when I was in Cali. And so it was like I was in so much pain and I was so angry at the world that it was just like an outlet of something that I could do. So I never wanted to like really look like this or become like this. It just happened. But ironically, this helped me. So,
So
you
let's
know,
talk about that. How has
uh,
that helped you?
yeah, it helped me tremendously. I mean, I wouldn't recommend to do what I did because it could have like other consequences. I mean, there was times where I was afraid to walk out the door without getting shot or something happened to me, negative. But this helped me out a lot. People now want to know who I am, or they already know who I am, or whether it's anything on social media. Like it's like I don't have to speak like it speaks for myself now how I look, how I carry myself.
Right.
But that was never the intention. I always wanted just to do what made me happy, and that's music.
Right.
So, but like if you read the book or you read anything that can help you, like I suggest you should read in general because it's good for your brain. But if you really act on the things that you believe, it could come true.
What's something that you've believed in that has come true in your life?
Just that, like you wherever you're from or whatever like your life is, you can make something happen if you take the proper steps to achieve it. I feel like most people in the world want to be rich and famous and be on TV and stuff like that, but if you really do what it takes and you change your life and you change your habits day by day and you don't give up, you can make that a reality.
For your fans that support you and watch you and are like super excited to be on this journey alongside you, what would you want them to know about you?
I think I want to like motivate people and make them believe that like where I came from and what I did, I'm just like everybody else. I don't want people to look at me, and like maybe hate or whatever because like I show off all this stuff, but that stuff don't mean nothing to me. The most important thing to me is my family, my kids. I want to be like a good dad. I want to be successful. I don't want to like brag and come off the wrong way. I want you to look at me and say, "Wow, like if he did this and he did this, I can do that too." because I'm just like everybody else.
So is that why you show things to show it as motivation versus like somebody can interpret it as it's like bragging,
Yeah.
right? But for you, it's more like this is motivation of like, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm trying to be who I am and be myself, and you know, I am who I am from like the environment that I was growing up in. But now, you know, if you look at me and you see fancy clothes and cars and jewelry and stuff like that, like look at me and see if he did that, I can do that too. That's what I'm trying to do now more so, is now my headspace is more clean. I'm not, in the past I was like on a lot of drugs and I was like crazy and stuff. Now I'm more focused and trying to get like a good message across to people. And it's like, you know, whatever you want to do in life, you can, if you believe in yourself and do what it takes. Don't do anything negative, but do what it takes. If you go to school, you want to be a doctor, like be the best student you can. If you want to be a businessman, like eat, breathe, and sleep that all day, every day, and you can do it. You gotta like let your dream, let your work become like an obsession and make that come true.
You growing up with not a lot of support on your side, how were you able to create that self-belief for yourself?
I always saw the people that I envisioned myself to be like in real life around me. I saw people like living the way I wanted to live. I saw people, everywhere I was looking, I saw people, and I was just like, if they did that, why can't I do that? I always feel like in life, like everybody is built with the same chance in the beginning. Whatever you want to do, you should be able to do. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter. Like, if you want to do something, you should. I'm really a true believer in that, is that whatever you put your mind to, you should be able to do it. It's not like, oh, because you're from here or you don't have no money. Like, you should be able just to focus on something and then make that a reality. No matter how long it takes, you just have to keep your head focused.
Who did you look up to growing up?
I looked up probably all to the wrong people. I looked up to like rappers and like drug dealers and stuff like that, to be honest. All my friends and stuff wanted to be basketball players and in sports and go to school, and like, I tried to do that, but it never made me happy. I always looked up to the people that was like in the streets and the rappers. I looked up to like 50 Cent and Lil Wayne and Diddy and people like that. And that's just like always what I was like drawn to, And how has that motivated you to now? Yeah, now I look at myself kind of like I'm already in that realm. I mean, I gotta elevate myself and grow. But I mean, from where I started to where I'm at now is just like, it's insane. From the beginning to now is like totally different.
Yeah. And do you celebrate yourself for that?
No, I still feel like I haven't even done anything. I'm never satisfied. That's probably one of my problems, is I never give myself credit for nothing I ever did. I always just want more. I want more. I never like just like, even on my birthday, I don't celebrate on my birthday. I don't take vacations. Every day is like the same work ethic. I always keep just going and going.
Yeah. Can I challenge you to something?
Yeah.
Because the book talks about this, and he talks about like even with the little wins, making sure to celebrate them, right? Sometimes we want to get to the big win, right? Like, let's say it's you in a stadium, sold out crowd, right? Yeah. But once you get there, it's like, then what? You're going to want more, right? You think that you're going to be satisfied when you get that, but then when you get that, you're going to want more. So I challenge you to, in your process, as you're growing and completely transforming your life, celebrating those little wins for yourself. Yeah. Like, you deserve to celebrate you. You know what I mean? Like, that little boy that was in the streets now, who's sitting here having this conversation, is a completely different person. And he deserves to be celebrated. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. He really deserves to be celebrated. No, I like jewelry, so every time I feel like I accomplished something, I always want to like buy that. It's not a good investment, but like it makes me happy. I like stuff like that. It's like trophies. It's like little trophies. Like if I won a basketball game or I won something, it's kind of like that's like my like hobby or whatever. Yeah, that I like. And that makes sense, and that's beautiful. And I'm glad that you shared that, because going back to like perception, right? Like when I first saw a picture of you, I was like, whoa. what are we about to get into?
Yeah.
Again, prejudgment, like that's the human instinct, right?
Yeah.
And then when you look past that, okay, the jewelry, like why does he wear so much jewelry? My perception is like, oh, he's trying to flex and show off, right?
Yeah.
And your perception is like, no, I've worked so hard to be able to buy myself these things because these are my trophies.
Yeah.
So like even you explaining it in that light is so, so beautiful because it helps people see a different perspective and gain insight on you and why you are the way you are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, like all my life, like early on, like I wanted things so badly, and it just like wasn't even a possibility. Like I was like, you know, I was like, I want a pair of shoes like this, or I want something nice, or I want, you know, and I had none of that for like the longest time. It was like I always wanted like a nice car, like a nice watch, like a nice shirt, and like, you know, I remember like when I was a kid, like my mother took me to like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and stuff like that, and you know, growing up and like you know, people like look like laugh at me or like we had nothing, and so now like that I could go do something like that, and you know, like I'm able to achieve something like that I wanted, and you know, in my job, that those things help me too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's also like a marketing thing. It's like when you dress like this and you look like that, it will help you in a way, you know. I be like you should have talent, but other things help you get to where you want to be.
Do you feel like it gives you a sense of confidence?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean that I'm the type of person I like to look good and feel good. Looking good makes me feel good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not. I wouldn't say like is you have to be superficial. Like those things in life are no important. You don't need them. They don't do anything for you. But if you don't have those things and you don't come from anything where you can do that and then you accomplish it, if it's like a sense of accomplishment, it feels good that you were able to achieve that, knowing you always wanted that.
Wow, definitely. Yeah, it's like an achievement more than it is the actual item. It's what it took to get that item.
Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful. What would you tell a kid listening in who's from the streets, really is just in the darkness of it, doesn't find a way out, and is just like, I want to get out of here, but I don't even know where to start?
Yeah.
What would you tell that kid?
Well, I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're a certain age. You know, like if they're in high school and they live with like, you know, you live with your parents and stuff like that. It's difficult because you're surrounded by peer pressure, and it's very easy to get involved in the wrong things. And nobody wants to go work a job they don't like and not make a lot of money and stuff. So really, I would say try to surround yourself by the right people if you can in your environment, and then try to do things like, you know, get involved in something, like get involved in sports or get involved in something to stay away from the, you know, the bad stuff. Like, you know, something to keep your mind occupied. If you want to be a rapper, write music, try to go to the studio when you can, you know, get a job, try to have like a plan. Do something to give yourself hope. It's all about like, if you have no hope or faith that you can even accomplish anything, you're already you're in a bad place. But think that like, okay, right now I'm gonna do this, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna try to go to school, and then, you know, if there's a way you can, you know, do little steps, because if you don't feel like that can happen, you're gonna set yourself up for disaster. Yeah. So try to take little baby steps on things you can do to achieve what you're trying to do, you know, in the long term.
Right. That's beautiful.
Yeah, but a lot of people is difficult, especially if you in certain places where there's nothing around, you know?
I like to say habits build who you are.
Yeah.
Right? Is there a habit that you've implemented that has exponentially built who you are as a person?
I think really when I stopped you know, when I stopped drinking and smoking and doing stuff like that, that really like opened up my mind to a new world. I feel like most of the world has some kind of vice, or like smokes, drinks, goes out to the club, stuff like that. I feel like if you eliminate those things, then you can really focus on what you're trying to do, you know? I was always like, I was type of before I went to jail when I was in Los Angeles, I was smoking weed every day and drinking all the time and going to the club and just it was a mess, you know. Now I'm in a whole nother situation where I truly believe I can make something big of myself and I can help out my family and I can help out people and have a voice for the world, you know.
How were you able to stop smoking weed and drinking?
Really, I didn't stop any of that stuff until I got arrested, and then I couldn't, like when I got arrested, I really couldn't do any of that. So it forced me to stop everything, and it was like complete withdrawal and like a nightmare. But once I was able to stop, then I never wanted to go back. So
wow,
I feel like there's always a life-changing moment in everybody's life that opens up your eyes. Maybe you drink alcohol and you get in a car accident and you get you almost die. You get a DWI or something, or maybe you overdose, or maybe something happens in life that's like wow, like I need to stop. I need to change for myself. When that happened, and then I started getting some positive things happening with my music, and my following increased and everything. I was like, wow, like look at all the things that's happening to me now that I'm not doing this anymore. Now that I'm not around these people that are holding me in this little circle, this little like area, all these things are happening good now. I'm not around these girls. I'm not around these clubs. I'm not doing drugs. Now all these good things are happening. But then people, oh, you changed. Oh, you this. Like, no. What are you doing for me? Every day it's the same thing. I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm going to the club, I'm hanging out here, I'm in the streets, I'm doing this. I'm going to end up dead. I'm going to end up in jail again. It's the same story for people like me all the time. They do this, they do that, they end up in jail, they end up here. It's a never-ending story. When your life-changing thing happens, you need to take advantage of that, and then that's your time to change, like permanently.
Wow, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
Like, that's the silver lining of you going to jail.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm still a little shocked, so like I'm taking it in because I know a lot of people who have been trying to overcome those addictions and don't know how, and then you were just placed in the situation of I have no other option.
Yeah.
And then to be able to get out of jail and still commit to that for yourself.
Yeah. Well,
it's just transformational.
The main thing that happened to me was like when I was doing my thing when I was in LA, I felt like I was like a god. Like I couldn't be stopped. Nobody could tell me nothing. I had money. I had everything. I was good. But when I got arrested and I went away, every single thing that I had in my life just disappeared. Like my family, my friends, everybody that I thought they would call me and come visit me and help me and all that stuff, it was just nothing. It was just like I was just like a dog locked up in a little box with nothing. And that put me into like a depression that you couldn't even believe. And then after that, I started like, I just gave up on life. When after that, when that happened to me, it was just, I felt like nothing anymore for nobody. I was just like, okay, I'm a completely different person. I'm gonna devote my whole life to making music and to doing whatever I need to do to become like successful, to become an artist, to become big.
Yeah. Wow, congrats.
Yeah.
You did that. You're doing it. Something the book talks about is a 2-minute rule, right? So it talks about how when we want to implement a new habit, make it under 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. And there's something so powerful about that. I remember when I read that, I was like, wait, what? That low-key makes a lot of sense. And then he also says to put a new habit to an already existing one. Yeah. So my form of habit was like after I brush my teeth, because brushing my teeth is something I do every day, hopefully. Hopefully I don't get old and forget to do that. Yeah. But brushing my teeth every day. And then after that, literally taking a minute to just breathe, like, and be aware of my breath. And that's become a new habit that I've implemented. And it's only for a minute. Yeah. Right? But there's something powerful about us thinking, well, I want to formulate a new habit. It has to be overnight. It needs to be 30 minutes long. It needs to be this whole extravagant thing, when it's like, it's the little steps. So even you saying taking things one day at a time, it's those little steps that lead you to the big vision. Yeah. Yes. I mean,
I try to. I don't meditate or anything like that. You know, I go to the gym, but like I tend to like snap if I feel like somebody's playing with me or you know, I get angry quick and I get upset quick about things. So now I realize I'm in a position where I don't want to throw it all away. So now in my life, if something's happening and I'm you know feel like I'm about to like go crazy, I try to just like relax and just think and like, you know, think before I speak. My mother always told me that when I was growing up. She's like, think before you speak, think before you open your mouth. Because once you say something or once you do something, you can't take that back.
Right.
So now, whatever's happening in whatever situation I'm in or wherever I am, I always try to think before I react. That's like has like extreme consequences when you react without thinking and you know taking it time, you can set yourself for disaster forever. That's like extremely important. Is to like make wise decisions and think before you speak, think before you do, you know?
Yes.
Just take 30 seconds just to like step away and just breathe and just evaluate what do I want to do here?
Yes. And if you can already do that, I am telling you, if you want to take your life to the next level, start meditating. It's uncomfortable, it's awkward, it's weird. And you can change the name. Meditation might trigger you. Change it to silent alone time. Change it to me time, whatever you want to name it, right? Play with the words and name
yoga?
it.
Yoga?
Yeah, I do yoga. I'm starting to get into yoga, but meditating was the first step. I felt awkward. I felt uncomfortable. My heart was racing. All these thoughts came in. I didn't know how to focus. And I'm like, what is all this? Like, I need to move my body. This feels weird. And it's like, no, stay still. And it's a practice. And that's what many people try it for one time and they're like, this isn't for me, but it's a practice. So that commitment of just like making it a habit. I meditated for 143 days straight. I made it a practice. And it's insane because now I can access it within a minute and it's transformational. Like in the moments that I want to rage and be like, I can literally tap in real quick and be like, okay, I'm good. Whew.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is like, it's all in your mentality. A lot of things is just brain power.
Yes.
Like I go to the gym every day. Sometimes I go twice a day. I like do cardio and work out, but like, it's difficult for people to stay in the gym and have a diet. It's just mental. If you can get yourself in a routine where you're eating healthy and sleeping, you're drinking enough water,
those good habits.
And you do that, you feel like a different person. It helps everything with stress levels, with the way you feel, happiness. You know, it's super important to take care of yourself and work out and just the little things that you wouldn't think, just like drinking more water. You know, drinking more water, going to the gym. That's gold. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
I hope I'm, you know, at like the Grammys and the Billboards and I got like, you know, hit records and stuff like that with my music. Other than that, I want to have a nice house and a family.
Yeah.
I have a daughter. She's 3. She's like my world. So it's mi vida. So I want to do everything I can for her to have the best life possible.
How has your daughter influenced your life?
I mean, in the beginning of her life, I wasn't really around too much. Now she's with me every day. Like todos los días, I'm with her. She keeps me very like when I'll be watching Disney movies and we go to the park and go out you know eat like ice cream cones and cupcakes and like Fruit Loops and like Baby Shark and stuff like this. So my daughter keeps me more like humble and grounded. Yeah, that's if you have kids or you have a kid, you know that's like it's like life changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. What made you choose Miami to start a new life for yourself?
So the reason the reason why I came to Miami was because I met somebody that had a vision for me and my music. It was like an independent record label. I did a little deal with them and they brought me out here and I just took their vision and stuff. When I was in LA, I was doing my own thing. And then I met some people and they introduced me to there's a big Latin artist named Alafa. And I did a song with one of his artists, Kiko El Crazy, and we did a big video. It's almost at 1 million views on YouTube. Spotify is at like 80,000, 90,000 streams. So yeah, I listened to somebody. He had a lot of motivation and a vision for me, and that's what brought me to Miami. The market in Miami is different than New York and LA and stuff like that. It's a lot Latin, it's like Cuban, stuff like that. So in Miami all showed me love. Everything in Miami and Florida, Tampa, Orlando, Miami, I've been all over, all the clubs. I did shows, I did all types of stuff. All showed me love out here. Yeah.
What's been your favorite moment on stage?
Just like I remember the first time I performed in Miami, everybody like knew the lyrics to the song and everybody was like waiting and stuff. The first time that I did something here and I was not even from here or around here, there was like people waiting outside and wanted to take a picture and everything. And then when we were doing the song on stage, they were singing the words and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, I never felt the love like that before.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Opened up my eyes to like a whole new world.
Yes.
Of like I could do this in every city. I could do this in every state. I could possibly reach the world. You know, it's in my hands of what happens.
Any favorite takeaways from this book?
I mean, the book has so much to offer, and I feel like if you're watching this and you want to read something that's really gonna help you a lot, this is a good thing to get into. But I think that the biggest takeaway with this is that just like whatever you want to do in your life and you want to accomplish that, you can, if you can break away from bad habits, but you need to do it little by little over a long period of time. And when you do that, anything is possible.
Yes. Reach. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
And this is just a fun fact question for me. Did your face tattoos hurt? Because
yeah, they hurt like hell.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Everything hurt.
Oh, but like you liked the pain to some degree for sure.
No, I hate the pain.
But then how do you like, I'm like looking even like the Nike Nike, the New York tattoo.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. If anybody ever tells you it doesn't hurt or whatever, it's all lies. Every single tattoo I have on my body hurt horribly. Like I was crying. It hurt very, very bad. Even if I got it right here, it still hurt like hell. It's like, please stop.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like it's like a sense of relief or like gratification after it's done. It's like, wow, you know, like after you get a tattoo and you go through the pain in the process, it's like, wow, like I did that. Like, look, you know, I have this forever now. You know, you have to go. Yeah. A tattoo is like anything in life. Sometimes you have to go through something painful or something hard to reach the good. You have to go through the bad to reach the good. Wow. You know, I feel like I went through hell on earth to get to where I am now. I mean, just the amount of pain and time it took to do my tattoos is I wouldn't even recommend to do it for anybody else because it's not easy. Yeah. But hell yeah, it hurt really bad.
I'm looking at your face and I'm like, bro, for sure, all this right here, even on your nose, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
What's your favorite tattoo?
I have a tattoo of my mother's face on my leg, on my thigh. Maybe that's my favorite tattoo.
What's been the best lesson your mom has taught you?
I have a complicated relationship with my mom because when I got locked up, she wasn't really there for me. She wasn't there for me at all. But she always told me that, you know, like what you're doing and what you're around is not gonna end well for you. So I have a respect for her because she loves me, because she's my mother. But I have resentment for her because I went through like hell. I went through pain when I needed, you know, her, and I needed a lot of people. But she always taught me like, she always told me never to give up on what I want to do. She didn't want me to do anything bad. She didn't want me to do anything illegal. She didn't like me getting tattoos all over my face. She didn't like me being around the people that I did. She didn't like me smoking and drinking and selling drugs and doing drugs and all this stuff. But she always told me, follow your dreams and don't give up, and you know, cuídate, like be careful, you know? So
what if her absence was so you can face your pain to become the man you are today?
That's 100% true. That's 100% true. Because if I didn't go through what I went through, then I wouldn't have changed to become what I am now. You're right on that. You're right on that.
So that could be a lesson
Yeah.
within itself.
Yeah. It wasn't like getting locked up and going away for the time that I did, whatever. It was that like when everybody just disappeared and I had nothing, like nothing. No love, no support, no money, no letters, no calls, no nothing. I was just like left to die. Like I was some like, animal locked in a cage. That caused me tremendous amounts of pain and depression where I just wished that I would just die. Every day I just woke up and just wished that I didn't want to live life anymore. That changed me entirely.
Wow.
So yeah, that happened for the best, I think.
Yeah. What's the legacy you want to leave behind?
I want my songs and my music to like live forever. I have a lot of music that's very real and painful and true to me, that people like. I want my music to live on. I want people to know more about me and the person that I am and not just the person that they think I am, And I want to give people like me hope and faith that they can do something that they want and not think that everything is not possible. I want people to think that their reality can become real,
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're doing it. Congrats.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a fun little game.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's called Mind Meld.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to count to 3 and we're going to say a word.
Yeah.
And the goal is to continue to do it till we get the same word using commonality.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to say the word right away.
Okay.
Okay? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Book.
Day. Day and book. Okay. So now we have to think of a word that's between day and book.
Okay.
Okay? 1, 2, 3. Flowers. Would you say night?
Yeah.
Okay. So a word between night and flowers. Okay.
What word goes between night and flowers?
We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going until we get it.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Moon.
Beach.
Okay. A word between moon and beach.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Water.
Water. There we go.
Got it. That was on the third
There we
time?
go.
Fourth time?
It was like the third, fourth time. Yes.
All right.
Well, that was good.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Wow. I love this game so much.
Okay.
It gets you thinking. But yeah, we did that.
All right. Bravo.
Bravo. We did that. Wow. Thank you so much for being on the show. I need you to know that, wow, I am blown away by the way you've spoken. And I have great admiration for how you took your life from a negative to a positive and you're living in that light. So I just want to encourage you on behalf of myself and my whole team to continue to walk in that path because you're inspiring people, to be able to transform their life. Yes, you've used this book, Atomic Habits, as an outlet to get there and just continuing to preach that. Like, it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Yeah.
So, and keep loving your daughter and building all your relationships and surrounding yourself with positive people because it will pay off.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
You follow me on Instagram, YouTube, mainly Instagram. That's Lil Piru. And I got music. You can check out my music, anything, YouTube.
Yes.
Make sure to watch this interview.
Yeah,
Follow her, everything. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, there you have it, friends. We just finished rapping with Lil Piru discussing Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you like this book, make sure to click the link in the description below to get your copy today. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your favorite part of today's episode. And turn the page. We'll see you on the next one. Shout out to our sponsor, Local Cold Brew Coffee.